Hey guys, this is Jackie from Jack Gets Lost Down a Book Hole. And today I thought I would do the giving book tag. I will post the creator of the tag if I find them in the box. So here it goes. Question number 1. What's a book you would give everyone if you could? And I would give everyone The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield. This is a great book. It is a book for if you love reading, if you love historical fiction, if you love a story about people. Of course, every book is about people. But it's basically this female journalist who gets the opportunity to do a biography on a famous author who writes these collections of fairy tales. And unfortunately, no one knows about this author, Vida Winter. So this journalist gets the opportunity to learn about this woman, and she learns about her life history and how she became the woman as she is today. And originally she had 13 tales, but she only published 12 of those stories. So the journalist gets an opportunity to learn about the 13th tale, hence the title. But it is a great book, and I think if you are interested, if you are interested in storytelling and historical fiction, that I would definitely recommend it. No pressure though, if you don't want to read, but I think it's a good book. Question number 2: what's a book you could give a rat's ass about? Rat Tiny. Okay, so I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of books I would give a rat tiny about. But I just can't think of any one specific book. So, I mean, I know I don't like reading contemporary. I don't like reading books. And honestly, I don't like reading books about world issues. When I read, I want to escape, and I want to live in a magical world. And, when I'm reading, I don't want to think about the horribleness of the world, all the bad stuff that goes on. I just want to read and relax and have fun, enjoy a good story. And, I'm not dismissing those issues. It's just, who wants something that you're supposed to enjoy? Why would you want to read about today's issues? I mean, that's what the newspaper's for, and the news. But that's just my personal feelings. And I'm not dismissing those issues. I just don't want to read about them when I read a book where I'm trying to escape from the horrors of the world. Question number 3. Given that the holidays are coming up, what's a book you hope someone buys for you? Well, I didn't just say one. I said 2 books. These books are 2 books in series that just the first one didn't just come out. The first one's been out a while. And the second one I said did just come out. And those books are The Raven King and Tower of Dawn. Right now, I read the first 2 books in the Raven cycle, but I'm waiting on reading the 3rd book until I see if I will get the 4th book for Christmas, which I hope I do. And then the Tower of Dawn is the book number 6 in the series of the Throne of Glass series. And I am a Kale fan, so I don't have a problem with reading it, even if despite what's going on in the 3rd, I still love Kale, and I still want to, and I'm not apprehensive about reading the book, because I trust Sarah J. Maas. I mean, yeah, I'm pissed that she made him look bad, and made him look like a horrible person, a stupid person, but I still love his character. And I'm behind on that series. I have started the 4th book, but I've kind of taken a break from it. So I need to get back to reading it. So I might read it this month at some point. But this month I'm trying to read focus on books about dragons and other books that I've neglected. So I'm good with that one. I can read the next 2 books soon. even if I don't get it for Christmas. Okay, now we're on question number 4. What's a book or series you've given up on? And that is the House of Night series by PC and Kristen Cast. I quit this series. I DNF'd this series a long time ago, a couple years ago, and I couldn't do it anymore. It was getting repetitive. It was getting boring. I was starting to really hate the characters, especially the protagonist, and I couldn't do it. The reason why I kept going as long as I did is because I liked the mythology of vampires that this series created, and I thought the concepts were really cool. But then I couldn't do it anymore, and I feel like the author should have stopped a long time ago. But so I just quit that. I DNF'd that series. Question number 5. Who's a character you wish an author had given more time to? This one was a tough one. I had a hard time surprisingly thinking of characters, and I didn't want to go with a series, I didn't want to go with anyone like from Sarah J. Maas's books or like Harry Potter or anything like that. So I picked the character of Uncle Macon from the Castor Chronicles. I was one of the people that actually liked that, still enjoyed that series, and thought those 4 books were really cool. And I like the whole southern setting. But Uncle Macon was one of my favorite characters. I just wanted to know more about him, get his backstory. I thought he was just an awesome character. And I'm infatuated with characters like him. That personality that he exhibits, that I wish that they would maybe do like a spin-off series about him, about his past. I know they did do a spin-off series about her cousin, Lena's cousin. But I don't know if I liked that character, but Ridley, but I don't know if I wanted to read that, But maybe I will one day. Question number 6. Who's a character you wish an author had given less time to? Which this is a bad answer. It's a really sad answer, but I did mention the series this character comes from as a series that I DNF'd, and that is Zoe Redbird, who actually is the protagonist of the story. I stopped liking her a long time ago. I could not stand her character. She got on my nerves. I feel like she was a bit of a slut. And she was, just went to smack the girl. And normally I'm against the idea of hating a character because they're annoying. But Zoe, to me, she was more than annoying. She was just, I was just getting aggravated with her. And I preferred the minor secondary characters. Unfortunately, she was the protagonist of the story, so, they kind of had to give her attention. But I didn't like her. I stopped liking her as a protagonist. I couldn't. Question number 7. If you had to give up almost all your books, which ones would you keep? This was so hard, but you know what? I just picked one because so far I'm not in that position where I have to give up my books. My mom is having, my mom and I agreed that I would donate some of my books to the used bookstore. But so far I haven't had to give up all my books. Just, I've just decided to give up the ones that I'm like, oh, this is great, but I'm probably not going to read it again. So I just picked an answer. And that is the Harry Potter series. That's 7 books. And all the books by Sarah J. Maas. Which so far, that's a lot of books. But I really hope I would never be in that kind of position where I would have to give them all up. Hopefully there's never an accident in my house where there's a fire and all my books get destroyed. That'd be very heartbreaking. Because I love my books. They're, of course, I know I can probably buy more books. But let's just hope that nothing like that ever happens. Okay, question number 8. What's the best book or bookish thing you've ever been given? The funny thing is I've never been given, bookish things. Either it has something to do with books, or it's a book. I'm trying to think. I've gotten some gift cards, which is nice, because then you can pick what you want to pick. But I've never, I have gotten like maybe I've gotten like a couple book related T-shirts. That could be something. I really love those. Well, I've only gotten the other one I bought for myself, but it was kind of, now it's unfortunately really, it's kind of short, so it like just fits just right. But I guess the T-shirt that said this red T-shirt at Books a Million that says "I'm a book drunkard." So that was nice. That was really cool. So I guess that could count as something. Okay, question number 9. What's a book someone gave you that you wish you could give back, right back? None actually, because I mean, I've never been given a book that I wasn't happy with. And usually I make a list. I still make lists, so I tell people what books I want to get. And no one's ever really, I've never been unsatisfied with a book I get. Even if it ends up being a book that I'm like just okay about, I don't feel the need to. I don't want to give it right back. I mean, I guess you could count is, I guess I could count. Someone gave me their copy of the Sleeping Beauty trilogy by Anne Rice, but it's under a different name. Someone gave me their copy of that book, and I read it, and I just wish I hadn't. I guess she thought I would like it, but I was just disgusted and pissed off with that book. Basically, it's the Sleeping Beauty story, but when the prince wakes her up, what ends up happening is she and other princes and princesses become like sex slave to this one guy, this one prince and his mom, and they sell them at like auctions and stuff. I was just so pissed off at that series, and the only reason why I continued into the second book was because I wanted to see Beauty escape, the princess escape. But unfortunately, I couldn't continue. I was just getting so pissed off at that book, and I just couldn't continue the second one and go into the third one, so I stopped reading that. So I think that was something. The first book was given to me by an acquaintance of mine back in college. So I guess I could count that. Although I don't even remember if it was actually a book that she gave me or not. But yeah, what's this tag? Oh, reader problems tag. Sorry, I was just looking out. See, I write my tags, the questions in this spiral notebook. And then, sometimes I'll actually answer it on here, so the video won't take long. But I ramble, so it still takes a long time. So I just was looking at the next one underneath it, and I couldn't remember what that tag was. Okay, well, anyway, let me finish this one up. So I said none, but maybe the Sleeping Beauty trilogy, The Claiming of Sleeping Beauty. That's what the first one is called. It's Claiming of Sleeping Beauty. Okay, question number 10. Name a time in a book that a character was given something really meaningful. Okay, well, I mentioned that in The Forgotten Garden by Kate Morton, she is given one of the main characters. There's like two protagonists in that story. There's the girl and there's the woman in the present, and the granddaughter. I think it's her granddaughter, and it's the granddaughter, and then there's the grandmother as growing up, and But I said she was given a book of fairy tales, and I also mentioned in the 13th tale. The reporter, whose name is Margaret, she receives, I feel like she is given the story of Vida Winter, her backstory. So that was the books giving tag. I don't really tag anybody because I feel like since I'm a new booktuber, so if you are interested to do the tag, then go for it. If not, then don't worry about it. But if you watching this video, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me. I would really appreciate it if you did. And if you're already subscribed to me, I hope you continue to stay subscribed to me, and I will see you guys later. Alright, bye!